Check 1, 2, check. All right, boom. Move this a little closer, boom. Check 1, 2, welcome. Welcome to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. Those joining us out there on YouTube Streamland, I'm Chris McKee. It is a frigid Friday night. Here just a little north of Toronto. The temperature on my car when I was pulling in was minus 15.5. It was always a little bit chillier as you head towards Orangeville, leaving the city of Toronto. Tonight's matchup in the OSBA features your 5-1 Orangeville Prep, the defending OSBA champs, against the 1-5 Toronto Prep. Toronto Prep, though, they got some players. One of my favorite players in the OSBA, Jaden Witter-Watts, wears number 1. He's the point guard for Toronto Prep. You'll see him with the ball in his hands quite a bit. He's an excellent player. He's going to give Jeff Monegro a really good battle tonight. Also really like Caleb Casa, number 11 on Toronto Prep. So tonight for Orangeville, no Jeremy Fumina, the 6'11 center, is down taking an official visit at the University of Central Florida. For those interested, you can go check out my website, undraftedfreeagent.com. Put a little article about Jeremy taking his visit. Well, Central Florida, pretty good team. They play in the American Athletic Conference, which is the same conference as like Houston, who I think Houston was a Final Four team last year. Wichita State, a whole bunch of other programs. So it is really good basketball, high-level hoops. Johnny Dawkins, their head coach, played a decade in the NBA, was a first-round pick, I believe, in 1986, 10th overall. Was an assistant under Coach K at Duke for many years before taking the Central Florida job. So, hey, that's a heck of a coaching staff down there at Central Florida. So all the best to Jeremy if he is down there. Hope he's not watching this stream. I hope he's enjoying Florida weather and enjoying his visit. So with that being said, no Fumina tonight. I'm expecting a big night. Rory Stewart said he's going to play a little bit of center. So I'm thinking Rory could have a night tonight. Also want to see Jefferson Monegro, the matchup against Jaden Witter-Watts. Should be a good one. We're also going to see Orangeville's new player, Kevin Dukovacic from Montreal, number 30. This is his first OSBA action. He was here on Wednesday, I believe, but I think for whatever reason, they're just not allowed to suit up until today. So we're going to see some new blood in the Orangeville lineup. Not sure. They're calling everyone off the court for a second here. We're going to find out what's going on. So I don't see any coaching staff for Toronto Prep. All the players are here. And Orangeville's, 6, 7, 8 coaching staff, they're all here. I do not see any Toronto Prep coaches. So this may be 90 minutes of me just talking and no basketball. Don't worry, I got the material. So I was watching a boatload of hoops last night. Thursday night, always my favorite night to watch college basketball. I mentioned my undrafted site. It is mostly mid-majors, because I always say if you want to go watch, you want to find out information about Duke and Kentucky, there's plenty of that. So last night, I was watching a bit of Murray State versus Tennessee Tech. Murray State in the OVC now improves to 19-2. They have a huge matchup with Morehead State tomorrow, who made it to the NCAA tournament last year with the OVC champs. And so Murray State, that's the team to watch out for. If they win tomorrow, they're 20-2. They should be ranked. So check out a little bit of that. I was watching South Alabama versus Troy. You know both of those head coaches. Troy's Scott Cross. I've interviewed him a couple times, and then Richie Riley, my buddy, one of the guys, head coaches I've chatted with quite a bit. I was also watching some Texas State versus UT Arlington. And then I watched the entire Gonzaga game against Loyola Marymount. It was a blowout, bit of a boring game, but whatever is what it is. I was watching some UCLA versus Cal. They ran over Cal pretty good. UCLA certainly going to be in the mix for Final Four. Western Kentucky versus UAB. That UAB team now the #1 team in Conference USA. That's a good basketball team, sneaky team. So keep them in mind for your bracket coming up in March. UAB, if they can win Conference USA, they should get there. It's also watching some Cal Bakersfield versus UC Irvine. That's another team that's made it to the tournament a couple times. And also watching some Belmont Austin Peay. This is the amount of games out. And then I think there was one or two others in between. So I went a good easily 13 or so games last night. Tonight, obviously, I'm here doing Orangeville prep, but I hopefully get home and catch some Friday night action. Looks like we're going to have some basketball here in a second. So starting for Orangeville prep, I can see Kenyon Sterling out there, Jalik Dunkley distant, Jefferson Monegro, Keontae Beals, and Rory Stewart on the floor for Toronto prep, not Central Tech. Jaden Witter-Watts, #1. Caleb Casa, 11. Zach Morris, #7. Number 20 is Justice Small. And number 3 is Steven Danzo. Nice little player as well. So here we go. We're going to have some hoops. Looks like Toronto Prep's coach has arrived. And see him just getting into the gym now. I think that's what it was. The coach was a little late. Jalik wins the tip-off. Monegro had a big night on Wednesday. It was outstanding. Go check out on YouTube or my Twitter at Mr. McKee. I put the highlights and interview. Jalik for 3. Too much. Witter-Watts with the loose ball. Danzo. Guarded by Monegro. Justice Small. Kick out. Caleb Casa underneath. Back out Danzo. And I thought Danzo should have took that shot. Knocked out of bounds. So it's still going to be Toronto Prep ball. There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock, so plenty of time to get a shot off here. Casa. And just ugly tossed it up. I don't think Caleb was aware that there was only 5 seconds left. Had the coach yelling at him to be aware, watch the clock. Either way, turnover. Monegro. Guarded by Danzo. Feet inside. Oh, Jalik Dunkley distant on the alley-oop from Keontae Beals. 1 basket, 1 highlight. Jalik Dunkley distant. Well, that's a way to start off the game. Love to see Jalik go off tonight for 30 or 40 maybe. Off the back of the rim, Witter-Watts misses. Monegro scoops up the rebound. So Toronto Prep catches a break by not having to face Jeremy Fomina, because that's one thing. They don't have the size. They certainly got the guard play and athleticism. Wide open look from Keontae Beals. Too much. And then Witter-Watts can't save. But I was going to say, they've got wings. They got guards, high-level players. They just don't have that big man. And so no Fomina could bode well for Toronto Prep tonight. Monegro inbounds underneath the basket. What's going on? It was a foul somewhere underneath. I don't know who got it, but someone was fouled in that. Beals. Monegro thought about it. Spins out, undresses everyone on Toronto Prep, and then the little teardrop. Jefferson Monegro, 4-0 Orangeville. Stolen by Rory. Witter Watts, clever, and the shot, or the 10-second clock was about to expire, so Witter Watts heady enough to try and get it over, but alas, it's going to be a turnover. Orangeville Prep ball. Rory. Monegro. Feet inside. Sterling is fouled. Ken's going to shoot a couple free throws. Kenyon Sterling out of Toronto, 6'5" shooting guard. Been up here for a few years. Was up with AI Red back in 2019, 2020. And then, of course, we didn't have the season last year. So that would put, what, third year in the program? Was it Rise Prep before that? Ken's had a couple big nights already this year. Hits 1 of 2, 5-0 Orangeville. So Toronto Prep yet to get off the snide. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Danzo. And then that's got to be a charge. It is, yeah. Danzo a little too wild. Sterling stands in there and takes the charge. You know, I got to think of everyone in white. I don't think anyone's taking more charges than Sterling. So he's putting his body out there. So tonight, make sure I get this right for Shane. Tonight, Orangeville in the white jerseys with black and gold trim. And Toronto Prep in the charcoal and white. Over top, Sterling in there muscling, fighting. Again, it's talking about putting his body on the line. Ken's going to need the ice bath after this game already. We're 3 minutes in. So I was up here, I guess what, early December, calling Toronto Prep, Orangeville Prep. Orangeville comfortable in that one, but both Casa and Witter Watts really impressed for Toronto Prep. It's just as small to Danzo. Witter Watts for 3. No, Danzo will take it. Too much, or too short. Toronto Prep will reset. Witter Watts. And Toronto Prep can't get off the snide. Beals. Jalik. And second time's a charm for Jalik. Easy little putback. 7-0 Orangeville. Small. Finally, swish. Just as small. First basket of the game. Toronto Prep. Rory for 3. Take it. No. Rory, corner 3, off the back of the rim. So Rory had a rough first half on Wednesday and then was on fire in the second half. 3 or 4 threes in the second half. So let's hope Rory get it going all game tonight. Witter Watts short again. So a bit of a flat atmosphere in the gym tonight. Both teams need a wake up. Sterling. Beals. And he's a lefty, so just skates by everyone. Keontae Beals. How the defender didn't know where he was going. I don't know. I knew where he was going. Danzo picks up his dribble. Small. And he draws a foul just as Small. Five minutes to go in the first quarter. Toronto Prep at the line. So it looks like substitution. Who's coming in? So Zach Morris, take a breather. Cottrell DeSantos coming in for Toronto Prep. If you are out there watching on YouTube stream, I cannot see the YouTube comments, so if I'm getting a name wrong or any comment you want to make, hit me on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Monegro to Beals. Rory. Oh, denied Caleb Casa. And they're calling a foul on that one. I don't know. Casa, you can hear him say, what? I like the defense from Casa on that one. Rory catches a break. So Rory, a class of 2022, goes 6'9". Also played at Rise Prep back in 2019-20. 9.3 points per game, 7.1 rebounds. He's also played for Northern Kings. He was at St. Mike's as well, and originally from London, UK. I know Mom and Pop's probably out there watching on the YouTube stream. So thankfully, come Monday, we have another game back here Monday night, 7 p.m. Rory hits the first against Ridley. So fans will be allowed back into the building come Monday. Rory hits them both, 11-5. Wide open look, Danzo. In and out. Monegro pushes that up to Beals. Alley-oop. Oh, and it went in. You know what? It wasn't pretty, and it could have been offensive goaltending. But, hey, Jalik on the alley-oop. Even Jalik was kind of looking around like, is this going to count? Because he moved the rim. After the ball touched the rim, Jalik moved it and almost kind of tapped the ball in. But you see his athleticism, his hops on that. Ridiculous. 13-5. Jaden Witter-Watts at the free throw line. Jaden, one of the better point guards in the OSBA. Can't get the roll on this. So mentioned below minus 15 outside and scorching hot here in the gym, really warm. Watts hits 1 of 2. Jalik. And Jalik just fell. Well, he's going to get caught with a traveling. Yeah, looks like Jalik just slipped on something down there. So now we're going to see the Orangeville debut. Kevin Dukovicic. He's wearing number 30. It's a class of 2024. Had a chat with Tony McIntyre before the game. Some high praise for the new guy. So we're all going to get our first look at him. He's got the red shoes on. Witter-Watts. Ooh, Jaden Witter-Watts, long three. Ball didn't even barely touch that net. And there's Monegro, floater over top of everyone. Could be a big night for Jeff. And a travel called against the Santos. Turnover. So Toronto Prep, if they want to stay in this, they got to play smarter basketball, minimize the turnovers. Orangeville, let them beat you. Don't beat yourself. Dukovacic, wow. Misses on his first attempt. You can see he's got some shimmy on him. Quick first step. Gets the rebound now. Beals. And Rory down there fighting. Keontae in the corner. Sterling attacks. Ooh. And Ken's fouled. Looks like he's going to be just fine now. He's all right. So Sterling, love that. Attack the hoop. Draws the foul. 15-9. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first. That's right. We do have the scores reversed. Thank you to Josh Jean-Baptiste out there. That's on the scoreboard. They do have that Orangeville as the guess. Yeah. When there's a timeout, I'm going to try to run down to the floor and see if I can notify them. Obviously, I'm in the play-by-play booth, not up by the scorers table. They're on the other side of the court, so I'll try to get down there. Danzo for three. Ooh, Steven Danzo. Swish. Toronto Prep fighting back in. Danzo. DeSantos in the corner, and he's stepped out. Happens every single game. Opposing player doesn't know the lines. Steps out of bounds. Substitution. Who's that? Aaron Abunabi coming in for the first time tonight. Dukovacic leads it for Jeff. Rory. And Monegro, there's that teardrop again. That's twice he's done that tonight. Unstoppable. Witter Watts. Oh, that would have been some highlight. Abunabi. And is fouled. Looks like Zach Morris is going to be called. So we're going to see Justin Chase for the first time tonight. Sterling will have a breather. So Justin had a night on Wednesday. My goodness. So they fixed it in the stream, the score, thankfully. But still on the scoreboard in the arena, they have the scores reversed. Witter Watts, tempo of the game, very slow, which bodes well for Toronto Prep. We got Nyshawn Miller out there, as well as number 4, Gustav Mayamba. Number 33, Danagon Miller. And the shot clock runs out. It's going to be a turnover. .1:15 to go in the first quarter. Monegro. Inside to Rory. The floater and one. Rory Stewart. Lovely. So there's Rory playing the 5 tonight. showing a little bit of versatility for him because Rory's a shooter. So him in the paint tonight playing a little bit of a different role, showing he can do it though. And I think he may be the best free throw shooter in the league in the OSBA. I don't have those stats in front of me, but Rory, money from the free throw line. 10-point lead. Casa has it stolen by Djokovic. Rory for three. Hey, why not? Oh, too much. Witter-Watts. Jaden for three. Thought of it. No. And then finally, Witter-Watts from way downtown. Deep three. Jaden Witter-Watts. Toronto Prep needed that. That's twice he's hit it from that same spot. So last shot of the quarter. 8-7. Monegro to Rory for three. Off the front of the rim. Witter-Watts from half court, no chance. So at the end of one, Orangeville comfortable, 22-15. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. Thanks for joining me. So thanks to those out there sending me messages. Let me know what's going on. First, the live stream, we got it fixed. Thankfully, anything else, any names or anything not getting down right, please drop me a line. Yes. So I just got a message from Shane Sterling. We are technically the away team tonight, so Toronto Prep doesn't play any home games. So this is officially a Toronto Prep home game tonight. So thanks for clarifying that. Appreciate it. Shout out to Shane. Makes sense. Because I was wondering, why is this the second time Toronto Prep's up here anyway? Because we already had them earlier, but now we know why. So because they are a high school in Toronto, technically they're not even playing. And so Toronto Prep, tough season for them, not even allowed to play in their home gym. So kudos to these boys. You know, that's got to be tough for them. Every game on the road. But, hey, you want to hoop in the best league in the country. That's one of the things you got to do. Talked about it a bunch of times. My son's in university up in Sault Ste. Marie at Algoma University. Could have went to Waterloo and Trenton, a couple other places, but it was like, well, if you go there, you're going to sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years, or you can go up to Sault Ste. Marie and play right away. And so he wanted the ball, and he goes to university 8 hours away from home. I got to drive him back home because they're still doing the online learning, and so sometime next week, I'm going to have to make the 8-hour drive to the Sioux, drop him off, and then come right back. We were going to do it Monday, but then we got the rescheduled game here, so thankfully I got out of it, which is good because if I'm going to go up to the Sioux, I want to be able to at least, sit in, if I'm going to drive 8 hours, go sit and have a beer somewhere and enjoy the hotel as opposed to just driving up there and going to sit in the hotel. So at least my son and I get some dinner, bite to eat or something, and then drive right back home. So here we go. Trying to wake up. Orangeville Prep, 22-15. The road team today. So shout out to Shane Sterling for clarifying. Monegro pulls up, and then you can't defend that. So Jeff off to a hot start. Witter-Watts. Oh, and unlucky. Mayamba just couldn't get a handle on that, but it was a tough pass from Witter-Watts. Monegro. They haven't been able to stop him all night. From the corner, Abu Nabi, no good. Witter-Watts races up the floor for Toronto Prep. And he's fouled hard. They're calling an offensive? Ah. Jaden saying, I was going around him. So I am thankful Wednesday night. I noticed that all the refs had masks on Wednesday night. The refs do not have masks on tonight, so I'm able to hear them and at least read some lips as far as communication. I was having a challenging time on Wednesday because all you kind of hear is, so it's a tough listen, but a little bit better tonight. Rory. Travel on Rory Stewart. See, I don't like that because the ref who called the travel put his hand up to make the call, then looked at the other ref and went, that was a travel, right? If you're not that certain, why are you making the call? You need to be absolute. Kovacic steals. Get your phones out. Ooh. And Jefferson Monegro, the putback. 26-15. From the corner, Miller, air ball. Oh, what a pass. To Kovacic, trying to get his first Orangeville basket. Instead gets his first Orangeville turnover. Give him a while to settle down. Witter Watts. No good. In the corner, Abu Nabi. No dice. And now Toronto Prep's got numbers. And you have a 3-on-1, and you can't get a basket. Come on, guys. Monegro threw everyone. Ugh. Out of bounds, still Orangeville ball. So you see that. I mean, you know, I talked about Toronto. They don't got to play perfect basketball, but you got a 3-on-1, and you can't get 2 out of it. It's going to be a long night for you. So they empty their bench. A whole bunch of new guys coming in. We're going to have a timeout on the floor here. So it looks like number 5, Cameron Francis coming in. 15, Chris Siminovich, which when he was up here a couple weeks ago, nice player, hit a couple threes. So see what's going on with him, if he can get some shots off. And it looks like Josh Mapiana, number 0, as well, going to get into the game. 26-15. I was mentioned, watched about 12, 13 college games last night. I don't think I watched any of the Orangeville kids. Let's see about tonight, if there's any late night games so I can get home. NHL, why is there no college games scheduled for today? I can't see them on my CBS app. Oh well, alas. Oh, there's plenty of games tonight, man. The CBS app has let me down. Kovacic inbound. Abu Nabi. Aaron ice cold. That's 0 for 3 from behind the arc. At least he redeems with the steal. Oliver Engen in for the first time. Oliver Engen, first basket. So Oliver really worked his way into this lineup. Well, the first couple games barely saw any minutes, and now a regular in the Orangeville Prep lineup. Witter Watts. No can do. Kovacic leaves it for Chase. Abu Nabi trying to get off the snide. Chase. And what a play. Steven Danzo, clever. Just ripped it out of his hands. And possession arrow favors Central Tech. Oh, so there is an 11 o'clock game tonight for me. Boise, Fresno State. Boise, longest winning streak in college basketball, 13 games in a row. A couple Canadians. Abu Kijab. Who else am I missing? Someone else. Acott, I think. Another kid down there. So Boise State 16-4 after winning 13 in a row. So that's my game tonight I'm watching when I get home at like 11. Remy Tissington into the lineup for the first time tonight for Orangeville. Danzo. And Danzo with the offensive. So ref saying he had his knee into the Orangeville defender. And so it's going to be Orangeville ball with a 13-point lead. Engen to the other lefty, Keontae Beals, in and out. Witter-Watts. And then Jaden Witter-Watts. That's a tough basket. He can play. Engen to Beals. To Rory. Listen, Rory playing a little out of position tonight. And he's fouled, but I love it. So he's showing that he can play with his back to the basket. I think this is good for Rory. Some good game film for him to use to show he can play different positions. Because there are guys, you look at a guy like Kyler Filowich, former Orangeville guy, who's pretty much the same size. He was about 6'9", and he's primarily playing center at the college level. And so Rory, hey, we know we can shoot with just about anyone. But a guy with his height, there's going to be moments, I think, if he's playing for a mid-major team, they're going to want him to play center at certain points of the game. And so it's a good opportunity to, one, own those skills, and two, showcase them. Looks like Tissington call it a hand check foul. Siminovich. Air ball. Remy has it stripped by Witter-Watts. And then Jaden comes up with it. Wisely regroups. Saw three white Orangeville jerseys in front of him and held up. You see Witter-Watts' handle. Is that Danzo? Oh, Steven Danzo. Big three. Hey, Toronto Prep showing signs of life. Chase, and it wasn't highlight worthy, but it still counts for two. Kind of muscled that way in, rolled in. Francis has that block by Rory. Engen. Chase from the free throw line. Misses. Siminovic. Danzo just slips, unfortunate. And then he calls a foul. That was just unfortunate. Steven Danzo slipped and then tripped up Keontae Beals. So don't forget, folks, we're back here Monday night against Ridley. Should be a good one. I haven't seen Ridley play, or I haven't called a Ridley game since 2018, maybe. Talked about this the other night. Jaden Bediako. Who's the other kid that went down to Colgate? Forget his name. Good player. Malcolm Bailey. That was it. Oh, I like that from Justice Small. Tissington. What an outlet from Beals. And Remy can't get the roll, but he will shoot two free throws. So Remy, a class of 2024, in chatting with Tony McIntyre before the game, he was talking about his excitement for guys like Remy and Jalik, and now we got Kovacic, the new guy. some really nice 2024s. And he's like, watch it, that's going to be a really good year for us. So Remy, one of those youngsters. It's out of Brampton, Ontario. Just down Highway 10 onto the 410. Getting it done from the line. Caleb Casa going to come back in for Toronto Prep. And Ken Sterling going to come back in, and Rory's going to have a breather. So Orangeville going small ball lineup. I think Justin Chase, probably their biggest player out there. Talked about this on Wednesday as well. I mean, Chase, how much his game's improved in just the past 2 months. You gotta love that, getting better every week. I've seen Justin up here, 2-3 years ago as part of AI Black when he was just, was an outstanding athlete. This is a guy that's won a high jump, an OFSA, triple jump, competing in the 100 meters. He's an athlete now. He's turned into a baller. And Witter Watts, coast to coast. Speaking of a baller, got one right there. Jaden Witter Watts. Monegro. Engen. Pulls up, short. Siminovic has it for Toronto Prep. Witter Watts. Toronto Prep's going to make a run right now. This is the time to do it with Orangeville without their bigs. Mentioned for those just tuning in, Jeremy Fumina down taking a visit at Central Florida. I don't know if he's going to be back for Monday. Should, hopefully. I'm going to need him against Ridley. Not sure what's happening here. So we got Jalik Dunkley-Diston coming back in. We've yet to see his brother Janai, the rebounding machine. Jalik started off the game with an incredible alley-oop dunk. Witter Watts. Air ball, another. That's about the 5th air ball from Toronto Prep. No legs in them tonight. I will say, and look, I like these kids. It was one of the more lackluster warm-ups I've ever seen from a team coming up here. There's usually just a little bit more pep in the step, but it was just guys kind of lazily just shooting around. That's not going to get you ready to play Orangeville Prep. Sterling thought he might have been fouled, bouncing around. Finally. And then, who is that? Keontae Beals with a foul from behind. Substitutions and timeouts as well. 2:26 to go in the first half. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. OSBA action, your 5-1 Orangeville Prep Bears against your 1-5 Toronto Prep. So Toronto Prep hanging around despite some ugly shooting. Jaden Witter Watts keeping them in. Steven Danzo's having a bit of a night. Good to see. They can get Caleb Casa going. Is Caleb one of their better players? So, of course, don't forget to check out all things Orangeville Prep on Instagram and Twitter. Drop a follow. Stay up to date. They always post the highlights. They got some amazing highlights being posted. Really like the one from Wednesday night that they did with Justin Chase. They had my voice over it, so always like that. Also follow the OSBA. Check out my website, undraftedfreeagent.com, as well as the Instagram, undrafted_FA. And on Twitter, I was posting highlights. So I did a bunch of interviews Wednesday night. I posted 2 of them. I posted the Jefferson Monegro, Jeremy Fumina one. I still got one with Justin Chase, Stephen Okoro, Baraka Okoje from Jay Addison. I'll post those. I'll do a couple more tonight as well. So give me some stuff to post all throughout the next week or so. And then more content I'll have from Monday night's game as well. Casa. No dice. Engen. Sterling. And unlucky. Sterling gets called with a travel. So Toronto Prep getting some calls that are certainly going to keep them in the game. Kevin Dukovacic back in the game. You know, when I asked him before, I said, hey, pronounce your name for me, because I know you're the new guy. And he said it that very French way. And I don't have the French inflection on it to say it as cool as he did. So I'm trying my best here. And it looks like Rory's fouled Witter Watts. Jaden will shoot 2. So Witter Watts, I'm not sure if he's a 2022 or 2023. Heck of a player. Been part of grassroots elite. Here we go. So finally, lead back down to single digits. Jalik. And Jalik loses a handle on it. So Orangeville got away with one there. So Jalik just lost a handle on it, and they're saying the Toronto Prep guy kicked it. I mean, obviously I don't have access to a replay, but either way, Orangeville, instead of having Toronto Prep on a fast break, they've got the ball. Monegro had a wide open look, didn't want it, instead attacks, and hey, looked a hell of a lot better. Jefferson Monegro lead back to 10. Witter Watts. I didn't see who the foul was on. Forgive me. Just pushing it back on someone. And Witter Watts at the line. So yeah, I like when we have the DJ in here, so then I can talk about what songs are playing, get the tunes bumping. Hopefully come Monday, things will be a little bit more normal in the gym. So Witter Watts hitting a couple free throws. 36-28. Good fast break. Orangeville's got numbers. Justin Chase. He makes it look easy. You just see that vertical. Just kind of suspends up there. Excuse me. Witter Watts for 3. Off the backboard, off the rim, no dice. Monegro spinning around. You can see he's got a different gear, a different speed. Jalik. Engen inside to Rory. Oh, what a feed inside. Oh, that's beautiful basketball. Jefferson Monegro with the finish. I gotta say, I like Rory playing the 5. That's a nifty little pass there. And a travel against Toronto Prep. It's the careless turnovers. 31.9 to go in the half. And Toronto Prep wants to talk about it. So lead at 12. They can try to keep this under single digits. I think that'll be a victory for them at the half, go in and regroup, It looked like the head coach just got up here literally a minute before tip-off, so give them a chance to go in, regroup, reset, and get their game plan in order. Keep in mind, Toronto traffic, always a nightmare. I've talked about this many times. It's taken me as long as 4 hours to get up here from Pickering. Usually, I don't know, about an hour and a half on the way up here, and then I fly home in like about an hour on the way home when there's no one on the highway. It's an hour and 10 minutes or so. But it can take a long time to get up here, especially if you're coming from downtown Toronto. Thankfully, no snow tonight affecting the traffic, but as a traffic reporter for a bunch of different Toronto radio stations, it doesn't really mean much, right? Back on the air doing traffic for News Talk 1010, as well as filling in on Flow 93.5. I was doing 5 days a week on Flow before I moved away, but now just doing some fill-in. Light 88.5 as well. Engen take it. In and out. Oh! Hey, that's called a putback. What a follow. Jalik Dunkley distant, my goodness. That's the highlight of the night so far. Wow. And as time expires, Witter Watts put that up. And so, Jalik Dunkley distant. You see the smile on his face. Everyone liking that one. Orangeville will go into the half with a 42-28 lead. And that's the way you want to end the half. Jalik Dunkley distant. My goodness. All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll keep the live stream on, but no volume. We'll see you back in a few minutes. Check, check, check. Welcome back. Athlete Institute here in Mono, Ontario. OSBA action. Orangeville Prep up 42-28. Toronto Prep showing a little bit more signs of life here in their halftime warm-up than their pregame one. But we got Jaden Witter-Watts leading all scorers with 15 points. Jaden had a bit of a tough start, then settled down, hit a couple big threes. Back to his usual self. And then for Orangeville, Jefferson Monegro with 14 points. Leads the boys in white. It's been a bit of a balanced attack. A couple highlight reel dunks from Jalik Dunkley Distant. One to start the half, one to end it. So we get something in between for Jalik. It'll be good. So Orangeville late getting out of the half. I mentioned for those just joining the stream, Jeremy Fumina, Orangeville's 6'11 center. Not here tonight. He's down at Central Florida taking a visit. University at Central Florida, what are they, the Knights, I believe. Monegro has that stolen by Danzo. And Zach Morris is fouled. Everyone trying to put that back in. You know, I'm always hoping for Zach Morris with some highlight dunks so I can use my Saved by the Bell references. Alas, we haven't seen it yet from Zach. No fans in the gym tonight still. That'll change Monday. Can't hit free throws. As you were, 42-28. Engen. And nice drive to the basket and finish, Oliver Engen. Air ball from Casa. And then Jalik switches hands. Lovely finish, Jalik Dunkley Distant. Zach Morris, that was ugly. It's just, that's a brick right there. Feet inside Rory, nice lay-in. Rory Stewart, lead to 20 now. So that's not what Toronto Prep needed. Some ugly shots to start, and then Orangeville hitting theirs. Talked about this in the first half. Rory playing center tonight in place of Fomina. So normally Rory's just shooting threes all night, so nice to see him in there kind of working his back to the basket. Nice little kiss off the glass, nice little jump shots, doing it all tonight. So I was looking at the half to see what Orangeville Prep alumni playing tonight. The only one I can see, Toledo, Ohio, Keyshawn Saunders, who are Keyshawn's part of the #1 team in the MAC right now, the Mid-American Conference. Toledo 16-4 on this season, and they were winning when I checked at the half as well. So looking to go 17-4 on this season. That's a team you could see in March Madness. There's some other OSBA alum in action tonight. Dayton playing, Kobe Elvis, former OSBA MVP when he was with Bill Carruthers. Kobe started his career at DePaul. Their coach got fired, and so he transferred this season to Dayton. And then we also have the New Mexico Lobos in action, and Taryn Todd, former Vaughn Prep player. And off the glass. That's just as small. So New Mexico, pretty good team this year. By the way, I've watched Taryn play a little bit. Rory for three. Showing it all tonight. Rory Stewart, swish. It's good to see Rory having a night tonight. Witter Watts, mentioned he was leading the game in scoring. And then Jaden just got hit in the face, and they didn't call it. And Engen can't finish. And we got a guy on the grounds. So Engen clearly caught Witter Watts in the face. We got Jaden on the ground right now, and the refs didn't stop that. Like Witter Watts, one of the tougher kids you'll come across. You know, look, hey, I'm a soccer fan. I'm a soccer player. My son's a soccer player, but, you know, these guys ain't out there diving like Neymar. I don't think Jaden Witter Watts is. So I don't think Engen purposely hit him. He was just kind of waving his arm trying to defend. Jaden's out there shimmying. Both him and his coach saying, yeah, look, guy got hit in the face. One, two, three, four, five. No, they get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're saying Witter Watts has got to come out now. He's got to be subbed out. So DeSantos will come back in for a quick minute. And the good news is for Toronto Prep, it's going to be their ball underneath their own basket. DeSantos back to Small. Engen steals. Ugh. No comment. That was right in front of me. I didn't see the young man touch the line. I probably had the best view of that of anyone in the gym. Either way, Toronto Prep ball. Danzo had his pocket picked by Monegro. The Engen dunk, but it's not going to count. So the foul's going to be on Danzo. So Monegro down there gets the steal and then tips that ahead. (53-30), Orangeville comfortable. Not sure whose ball it's going to be. So it's going to be white ball. Keontae Beals will inbound. Engen. Monegro, feed. He was looking for Jalik, and Casa tipped that away. Small. Oh! Monegro back playing defense. What a block. Both ends of the floor. Well, they're calling a foul on? Oh, yeah. Well, that's not a foul. Sorry, that's not a block. It's a foul. Excuse me. Justice Small at the free throw line. Small hits that. One of two. Monegro. Rory thought about it. Beals, the lefty. And then has that block by Zach Morris. Someone fouled him in the process. And Keontae will shoot 2. Keontae originally from the Halifax area in Nova Scotia. Played at Vermont Academy back in 2019-20, where he averaged 8.8 points per game. Basketball Nova Scotia Junior Male Athlete of the Year in 2020. Swish. Small to Watts. Witter-Watts. Small for three. Hey, why not? Just as small. Monegro. Rebound, Zach Morris. Small. Heat check. Hey, just as small. This guy's on fire. Back-to-back threes. Toronto Prep showing signs of life. Oh, what a feed inside. Monegro to Keontae Beals and the finish. That's a point guard right there, Jefferson Monegro. Witter-Watts from way downtown. Short. And Engen, clever play, kind of smacked that ball off Zach Morris's knee, and it went out of bounds. .20 lead, Orangeville comfortable. And almost Witter-Watts coast to coast, weaves through everyone but can't finish. But Caleb Casa does it for him. And now Witter-Watts down again. I don't know whether he fell awkwardly on his ankle or something, because he looks to be all right. It looks like Jaden needs a minute. Yeah, he's down. So he's in some pain. He's going to come off, and Nyshawn Miller jumps back in to replace him. Physio down there dealing with him. Monegro showing a different class tonight. Engen out there. Engen, pull up. No roll. Everything but the finish. Miller to Small, who's hit back-to-back threes, now from the free throw line. Finally misses. Engen inside. There's a putback. What was that? Is that Jalik or Janai? That's Jalik. So he's put a T-shirt on because Jalik had no T-shirt underneath, and Janai always has a T-shirt. So that's why I'm a little confused. They're twins. Leave me alone. (59-39). Rory, ooh, back of the rim. Zach Morris, feet ahead to Small. And looks like Keontae Beal is going to be called with a foul. Good call. Substitutions. Miller, 33, back in for Toronto Prep. Casa will have a breather. So just as Small had some second half, a couple big threes, and he looks like he's out there for it tonight. (59-41). Beals. And it looks like a foul on Witter Watts against Monegro. They were looking for that alley-oop. Rory, long two, short. Monegro underneath, finishes. It's been all Monegro all night. Lead back to 20. Witter Watts, ooh. Beals inside. Witter Watts, no good. And so Beals was coming back in. He was out of bounds. And it looks like he touched the ball, so out of bounds. 3:41 to go in the third. Orangeville comfortable, 61-41. Nobody on Toronto Prep moving. Got to help the inbound guy. One guy moving. And Monegro, should have been an and one. He was bumped midair. Back-to-back buckets, though, for Monegro. So big shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Named an all-star. Awesome to see. I've been a big fan of Andrew since day one. I was chatting with some of the Orangeville coaches before the game. We were all up in the coaches meeting. They were talking about Andrew, and that's one of the things I said about him is, the American media kind of gives it to him. One, I think, because he's Canadian. Two, he's not a media darling. He's not looking for interviews. He's not looking for social media likes. Keontae Beals, nice finish. He's just a kind of a quiet dude. And I think people take that for indifference and lack of passion, but you can't be an NBA All-Star and just have that guy's kind of athleticism and game by being disinterested in basketball. So I think it's unfounded criticism. Kovacic and Rory with the follow. 67-41. So a bit more like it from Rory Stewart. DeSantos underneath to Miller. And Monegro skates through everyone. Keontae Beals for three. Swish. Let him know, Keontae. Bodies hitting the ground. So Mustafa Vanjoff over there in shorts and a tracksuit, not playing tonight. The big 7-footer out of Tajikistan. I hope I'm saying it right. Monegro. Oh my goodness! Jalik Dunkley distant. So they drew up the same play on Wednesday night for Justin Chase. And Jalik says, anything you can do, hey, just watch me. So Jalik, a highlight reel tonight, looking for that three. Can't get it. Now, who's that? Rory on a follow? Yeah. I was looking down, making a note of Jalik's dunk. Rory with the rebound. So Rory, hey, look, when it's 74-43, you can make that pass, but a little ill-advised. Rory June is trying to show his best Tom Brady impersonation, but got picked off. So that off the inbounds, Jalik just got up. Now that's going to be, I wish we had like a computer measuring system to see who jumped higher on their dunk. Justin Chase, not really playing much tonight, not really needed. Not as mentioned, huge night on Wednesday. Very quiet tonight. Tony letting a lot of the younger guys go, along with Monegro and Rory. And Witter Watts is fouled. He's going to shoot 3. Who are they looking at? Substitution. Can't see who's coming in. Number 5. It's Cameron Francis. Witter Watts at the line. That's number 2, now number 3. So we talked about, they're only 1-5, looking like they're going 1-6. And it's tough to be a part of a team like that. My son's university soccer team this year went 0-10. It's because they got a bunch of freshmen playing against men. But it's hard, and then they kind of figured out a couple of games in, we're up against it. And so you got to have different motivations out there. You got to play for yourself. You got to play with pride. Can't play with an attitude. Rory, he's going to shoot some free throws. He's fouled. But it's about kind of almost, you got to play for yourself, which is hard to do. Obviously, this is a team sport. But I think you kind of have to say, hey, well, I'm in this for me. I got to do what I got to do. All these kids want to play college and university. They got to get their game film. So you can't just come out and roll over just because you're playing Orangeville Prep, even if you are overmatched. Because somewhere somebody is watching. You don't want you showing a lack of effort to hurt you in your pursuit of playing, post-high school basketball. My son might have went 0-10 this year, but he still played university, right? Nicely done, Chris Seminovic. Talked about this up the start. He can shoot threes, man. There's Jalik. And I thought Jalik was pushed by Seminovic, and he was. So Jalik progressing game by game, still a youngster. Still got at least 2 more years, hopefully, in this program. I think it's done him wonders. And so the sky's the limit for both him and his brother. Jalik hits 1. 38.7 to go in the third. 1-2. That'll be Toronto ball. Nope. Knocked out by Casa instead. Monegro. Just undresses everyone in Toronto Prep. Now that's delicious. Jefferson Monegro. Dukovacic playing some tough D on Witter Watts. Trying to show his new teammates what he can do. And there's Seminovic. Again, that's 2 threes for him. This guy can shoot. I don't know why they don't unleash him more. It's got to be a charge. Nope. Yeah, block and foul. So, and 1. Keontae Beals. So Beals having some second half. You always miss having parents in the gym and just other people in attendance. It's always good. Just the energy, you know. Oh, not a bad half-court, more than half-court heave at the buzzer. So at the end of 3, 80-52, Orangeville cruising. 10 minutes left, which should be another comfortable Orangeville win. So hopefully we get to see some of the youngsters. I haven't seen Elijah Patterson tonight or Janai Dunkley-Diston. Tony will dig into that bench. Mentioned barely seen Justin Chase tonight. Fulmina down on his visit at Central Florida. We saw a little bit of Remy Tissington. Would imagine we'll see more of him in the 4th. And Oliver Engen getting some good minutes. So good opportunity for the youngsters. And then, of course, opportunity for Monegro to show why he's one of the best guards in the country. If you are out there on YouTube Streamland, drop me a line at Mr. McKee. Let me know what's going on. Your neck of the woods. Don't forget, back here Monday night, 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Ridley College coming up from St. Catherine's. Come play at Orangeville. Hopefully the weather's permitting, because that's already one of the makeup games. Seminovic will inbound. Toronto Prep down by 28. Witter Watts, you see his handle. Caleb Casas had a quiet night tonight. Zach Morris, rebound Jalik. Keontae Beals, Keontae keeps his night going. And looks like Monegro fouled Zach Morris. I heard they're rebooting, or they did reboot the Saved by the Bell show. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's even done yet or if they've done it, whatever, but it doesn't work out. I'm a big Beverly Hills 90210 guy. People seem to get a kick out of that, but I know Beverly Hills 90210 the way I know college basketball, like religiously. And they rebooted that like 2 years ago, and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And it kind of spoils how special the original show was. And I'm not talking, then they did just 90210, which was a whole other show with a whole other cast. That was good. But I'm talking, they brought the originals back for 90210 in like 2019, and it's some of the worst television ever. R.I.P. Luke Perry played Dylan McKay on 90210. Passed away a couple years ago. Brilliant actor. Monegro. Kick out Beals. And Keontae Beals gets the roll. When you're having a night like he's having, you're going to get that roll. Big smile on his face. I don't know what ref said, my mistake, what the error was. I was looking down the other end of the court at Keontae having a laugh getting that roll. Seminovic has had a couple threes already. Put another one up, young man. Drives this time, finger roll. Caleb Casa, the follow. Bit more like it from Caleb. Long outlet, Jalik. Ball bouncing around, and Jalik's denied. Well, he's fouled, actually. Siminovic fouls him. Jalik will shoot 2. Well, Magic Johnson, at the end of every practice from the time he was in high school all the way through college into the pros, he ended every practice with 100 free throw shots. One for Jalik. I remember hearing that as a kid about Magic, and I thought, well, I want to go out there. And after like the 40th free throw, I'm like, I'm done. I'm spent. So, hitting 100 every day. That's why he's Magic, and I'm here with a headset on. Jalik hits them both. Now we're going to see Justin Chase. Witter Watts, that's some handle. And then he steps out of bounds. Well, thank goodness, because he shot an ugly brick. Monegro. Dukovicic. He's got to get his hoop. Want to see him hit some shots. The new guy, number 30 out there, Beals. Beals inside to Rory. Chase from the free throw line, no roll. Dukovicic, Rory for 3 in the corner. Oh, I love how quick Rory is to put that up. Double dribble. Toronto Prep. If it wasn't for bad luck, they wouldn't have any luck at all tonight. Rory will inbound. Monegro. Beals. Alley-oop. Ooh. Looks like Chase was fouled in that alley-oop attempt. Excuse me. And Justin will shoot some free throws. Justin previously played for Scarborough Blues growing up. Or sure left to Scarborough. Out of Pope John Paul II High School, which is in the north end of Scarborough. I believe that's where Chauclair, the rapper, went. I used to work with Chauclair years ago. I think he was a Pope guy. I was a Neil McNeil and a Cardinal Newman guy, so I know my Scarborough Catholic high schools. Played basketball for both those famed programs. Morris for 3. Chase rebound. Not a shooting foul. Cottrell DeSantos back into the game for Toronto Prep. Chase, foot on the line. It's only going to be 2. If it goes, it doesn't go regardless. Witter Watts, coast to coast. And the follow, Caleb Casa. Chase thought about it. Rory showing the post moves. Oh, everything but. Zach Morris. And Rory gets the rebound. Tissington out there. Chase. Nice little jumper, Justin Chase. 91-56, all Orangeville. DeSantos took about 9 steps. Yeah. And the travel. Sterling back in for Rory Stewart. Rory's had a night. Keontae Beals has had a night. Jalik's had a night. Tissington. And when Casa picked that up, his foot was on the line, and so it's going to be a turnover, Orangeville ball still. Again, bad luck. Travel, Monegro. Zach Morris for 3. Monegro. And then Sterling tried to follow, but it looks like Monegro's fouled. Teammates going to help him. Engen back in. Monegro may be done for the night. So he's had a good one. He was outstanding on Wednesday. Different level of game, different competition. And you really saw that from Jeff. So it looks like he might have kind of got hit in the eye. You can see the physio over there working with him. Maybe a finger in the eye or something. Sterling shooting free throws. Gets it to go, 92-56. Well, DeSantos just slipped. And hey, not a bad move. He just kind of whipped it off Justin Chase. It's going to be Toronto prep ball. So again, because of we're not really allowed people in the gym, there's nobody here sweeping the floors and that kind of thing. So if anyone slips, normally we have all sorts of volunteers in the gym that are, using the Swiffers or just some towels, and no access to that tonight. So I've seen a couple guys slipping out there. I know, who was it? Towson. It's one of the teams in Maryland. And I forget who they were playing. But their game got canceled halfway through because there was problems with the court. Is really slippy. And the ref even said before the game, hey, if this gets out of control, I'm gonna call this game. And so I think it was fine for a few minutes. And then a few minutes into the game, he just went, you know what, this is too dangerous. Game's over. The floor was too slippy. Now, in a lot of those bigger arenas, even you see it with Scotiabank Arena or the Air Canada Centre, whatever you want to call it. One night there's a concert in there, the other night there's hockey, and then there's the basketball. And there's been issues with both, the NBA floors and the NHL ice where there's not enough time. Sometimes the ice isn't frozen enough, or sometimes there's too much moisture on the basketball court because the ice was there the night before. It's all pretty tricky. People don't realize the challenging that goes into scheduling those major arenas that, where they flip-flop from basketball to hockey to concerts to monster truck events and whatever. Disney on Ice, you name it. DeSantos in the corner. Ooh, that's Mayamba, big 3 in the corner. Gustav Mayamba. What's the call? I don't know. Keep in mind, I don't have access. I don't have a producer in my ear telling me what's happening, so sometimes I get a little lost up here. DeSantos. So that's Danzo. Witter Watts with the shot clock expiring, lost a handle on it. It's going to be a turnover. So nobody on the Toronto Prep bench letting Witter Watts know that there was about 3 or 4 seconds left. I heard one voice. So even the guys on the bench have checked out. Sterling, Engen, Oliver. Lovely little spin move. Nice jump shot, Oliver Engen. And then he gets a steal down the other end. Back-to-back plays. Witter Watts, goes tumbling. Tissington, fouled. Now, I was giving Witter Watts some credit earlier, saying, hey, he's not Neymar. He's starting to get Neymar-ish with this diving. Not sure what the call is. Whatever it is, Toronto Prep's not happy. Someone got teed up. If you don't know who Neymar is, he's a Brazilian soccer star that plays for Paris Saint-Germain, but just go Google Neymar dives on YouTube and you'll know what I'm talking about. So I think he might have been given a technical for diving. Not too sure. Maybe I should get some walkie-talkies with the scores table over there. The joys of my childhood having a walkie-talkie. It was amazing. Testing out, because I grew up in an apartment building, to see how far the range. Every times I'd be on the 9th floor, and then you get your friend outside, and he's still catching that signal. It was exhilarating stuff, See, my childhood, we didn't sit there staring at our cell phones. We played, hockey, soccer, basketball from sun up to sundown every single day. And then I was blessed because I mentioned I grew up in an apartment building. So even when it was too cold to play out, we went and played street hockey in the underground in the parking. So we were always still playing. One for Chase. I'm sounding like a boomer now. Not even that old. Remy hits one. Well, we're certainly going to crack 100 tonight. I think if they wanted to, they could probably crack 150 if they really pushed it. Get to those Golden State kind of scores. Danzo. DeSantos off from his attempt. And Steven Danzo stealing basket. Kovacic. Remy over everyone. Remy Tizzy, no, he's getting called with an offensive. I don't know what's going on. Kind of lost it. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about that can of Guinness Blonde I'm going to start with when I get home. Usually start with something decent. A nice IPA or something good. Toronto Prep missing, and then I'll get into the cheap stuff, the Carling. Engen. Oliver Engen. Coming out party tonight. And Remy misses a wide open lane and then hits the harder shot, which was the follow. He missed the easy one and then made that really tough shot look easy. Just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Danzo in and out. Remy. And then Witter Watts, pad and stats and one. Ooh. This time he went sliding and he went right into the concrete. This one, hey, this one did look dangerous. And he's holding his leg, which is funny because he went sliding on that hardwood and then banged his head. I think he's cramped up. So I think it's just a cramp, it looks like. Bend the foot. He's got to bend it towards him if it is a cramp. Now, the best thing to do if you have a cramp is get up and walk on it. Hopefully, that's just what this is, because he's writhing in pain down there. This doesn't look good. Hopefully that's... Yeah, he's in some real pain. I hate seeing this. But yeah, if it is cramps, then it's kind of, you want to get up and just keep walking on it, right? 103-63, 248. Jaden Witter Watts down in pain. Witter Watts still down there in pain. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what's, yeah, Jaden's in some pretty intense pain down there. It's hard to tell what's going on. Not sure if they're bringing a stretcher or what's going on. Because he went coast to coast, and it was weird because I was worried about more his head when he slid he slid into the concrete. And I thought, uh-oh, that's not good. And then since then he's been kind of somewhere in his knee or calf area. His left leg is what's causing him some pain. And the air conditioning just kicked in here for the first time tonight. Feel this. See, I'm right under where the heat and the AC comes, and so I feel it, that just this whoosh, this over top of me. So I have no new music to recommend. I've been diving into podcasts more so over the past kind of month or so. You know, you want good music when the weather's nice, you get vibes going. So I've been a little out of touch for the past month or so on music, but certainly podcasts. I've had some interesting listens. Sports one, I really like basketball one. Andy Katz. He has a March Madness podcast, and he's always got, the A-list of coaches and players on. I was listening to him Wednesday on the drive up here. And he had Bruce Pearl, the Auburn head coach, as well as Calvin Sampson, the Houston head coach, on. That was interesting. A couple weeks ago, I listened. He had Johnny Juzang on, the UCLA star. So that's a highly recommended podcast. Also, mine, you want to hear about mid-majors? UndraftedFreeAgent.com, mid-major podcast. It is available on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, most of the major streaming sites. The only major one it's not on is iHeart. But aside from that, it's on the rest of them. It's just the site that I signed up for. Whatever, it's what it is. That's just what you can't get it on iHeart. And I listen to a lot of iHeart podcasts as well. And then I've been into some political podcasts. There's a journalist named Trish Woods from Toronto that just got to trying to make sense of all the craziness that's going on in the world. That's a pretty good podcast. Recommended. Aside from that, I listen to SEC Locked On, which is obviously the Southeastern Conference. So when it comes to football, college football, there's nothing better than the Southeastern Conference. We're talking Alabama, LSU, Georgia. Obviously, Georgia just won the national championship. Jader Witter-Watts cannot put any weight on that left leg, and he's been carried over to the bench. But the, Locked On SEC is awesome. They do both basketball and football. Also, Locked On Bama, which, love Alabama football, love Alabama basketball. Listen to those guys as well. So those are some good sports podcasts to dive into. I'm also a big Jim Rome guy. So his radio show, that goes 3 hours a day, and then they put the radio show on podcast because obviously I'm not in my car or in front of a radio all day, so you go kind of listen to it like that. And Jim has the A-list of all sports on there, especially NBA and NCAA. Well, let's just try to wrap this game up and go home. Try again at life come Monday. You can hear me on air Sunday afternoon. We're doing traffic on News Talk 1010. I am off Saturday, but back on Sunday. I think I'm on Monday. I can't remember, but usually. Engen had a pretty good night. Try to get an interview with Oliver after. Let's see. Tizington baseline jumper, too strong. Small has had a good night. Hit a couple threes. Add that to the highlight reel. Just as small. Tizington. Shot clock winding down. Engen's got to put it up. Ugly. Oh, hey. It wasn't that ugly. Ended up kind of in and out. Stolen. And Djokovic cannot get that basket. They got to get 30 a hoop. Danzo. Small. Miller drives, gets lost, and then just tosses that out of bounds. If you want to sum up Toronto Prep's night, that play just does it right there. Remy, Engen, kick out to Chase. Guys are still out there fighting. Danzo. Mapiana. Back to Danzo. Danzo, a little too reckless with his handle. Ball goes out of bounds. Sterling. To Kovacic. And he can't buy a basket tonight. It's going to come, young man. Don't worry. And Mapiana, coast to coast, and he's fouled. Justin Chase on that one. So with 15.3 left. So definitely got to get Rory. And we're trying to get Oliver Engen. Haven't interviewed him yet. One of the young guys, so try to show him some love. So I just saw Oliver fist pump on a missed free throw, and I know why, because in the coaches' meeting, Orangeville had a goal tonight to try and hold Toronto Prep to under 66 points. And so I think all the boys are trying to keep that. They've got 66. And so try to maintain that. They don't want to give any turnover. Uh-oh. And Danzo is going to be called with a foul. Oh, and he hits a beautiful shot. Doesn't count, though. Well, I'm hoping the refs can just kind of, take this game out to pasture. Put a bullet in it. I just took my glasses off and I realized I could not call a game without glasses. Well, I could probably call Orangeville because I know who the kids are, but opposing teams I couldn't because I wouldn't be able to see the numbers. So Minovich, short, and Chase will pick that up, and that'll do it. So Orangeville comfortable. No contest here, 105-66. Orangeville improves to 6-1 in OSBA play. Toronto Prep drops to 1-6. I'm Chris McKee. Don't forget, tune in Monday night, 7 p.m. Matchup against Ridley. Until then, talk to you soon.